Hey team, Mr. Slaby here again. Um, Doing a little this time the latest lessons on editing. And this is so if I take and talk to you about like framing, so as I frame shots and I go around the world and I'd be like, oh, that's a close up, that should be a long shot or a medium shot. Editing is a lot like the revision process. So I've got all my shots together, right? They're all done. Now I start putting them together. That's revising, not editing. Like editing and film is like revising in a paper, which is where you move words around and you move sentences. You're not. This is not like correcting for capitalization. This is about making the story come together. So this is what we move shots around. We add music to change the mood. All that is just like moving sentences and paragraphs around. So, a couple of terms you gotta know, three to be exact. Well, jump cut. A jump cut is a cut between two really similar camera shots or angles, and it kind of looks like something was a mistake. So it's like you're watching something and suddenly there's a change suddenly, but nothing's really changed with the camera. That can be used well, and I'll show you an example of it, or not. The cutaway is when I take and like I sort of have this shot, but a cutaway will show you maybe like something else that's going on, right? So it's a cutaway is a shot to something else in the location. And then the match on action is when I'm cutting between some sort of action, and so I take two shots to make one action come together, or maybe three. So if you remember that shot of me with Mr. Bettini, there was only one shot of him punching me. What I could have done is done a shot where you show me and Mr. Bettini coming up, and then he could have hit me, and then we cut to the other side of me spinning around and facing the camera. That would have been two shots to make that punch look even more real. So ultimately, those are really important terms. So I'm going to go through this little video here. I'm going to play it. I'm going to kind of walk you through what I mean. There's no sound, and it's not what this is about. So let me just get this rolling here. Come on, man. It worked earlier. All right, let's try old school. All right, here we go. So here's a couple of shots as they show up, like, with someone who's editing together. Okay, so this is a jump cut. Okay, I got this boring shot right here. I'm walking on a hall. There I am. Doo, 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 doo. Pay attention to this time. It's going. It's going. It's really boring. Oh my God. For the love of God. 14, 15, 16, 17. That's way too much time spent on actual walking. Who cares? So we're going to use a jump cut. Watch this. So I'm going to take and save some time and just get to the point. There I am. Jump, jump, jump. See that? So the camera didn't change. I just cut out all the middle stuff. That doesn't look like a mistake. It looks like time was actually moving faster. In fact, it went a lot faster. It took 10 seconds instead of 23. I cut out 13 seconds. Okay, now here's where it looks like a mistake. Watch this. This is when you don't move the camera enough. Watch. Boop. Boop. That is not good. That looks like a mistake. So we don't want to do that. All right, now here's where the cutaway comes into play. So here I am. I'm going to walk into the school here. La, 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 la. Now watch, I look, and I cut away to the person I waved to, right? They're not in the hallway. They're not out here. They're not in the hallway. They're in the build or the room right there. So the cutaway is to this person through the window in a different room entirely. All right, and here's where the match on action gets a little more interesting. So watch this. I go in, I reach for the door. All right, it's not that interesting, right? Now watch. So I cut into a match on my action of opening the door. Then I cut back to the door closing, and that sequence just felt a lot more interesting. It moved faster. All right, now match on action. This is the time saver. Watch this. So I got this guy walking on the hallway again. Oh boy. I can match some of the different shots of the things that this person is doing, namely feet. So here are a shot of the feet. And notice I've just jumped about 30 feet in the hallway. And again, no one cares that I jumped forward. I just cut to the feet. It lets you know that there are some other things going on besides just walking down a hallway. There's feet moving. That changes how everything comes together and it moves faster. Okay. All right. Last one. This is when the match in action is about making an illusion come to pass. So watch this. Here I am. I'm 5'9.5". I am not tall, and I have a limited vertical leap. Okay, here I am. I'm looking. I'm getting inspired. All right, here we go. Taking off. I leap. Whoa! Going dunk. All right. Now here's the thing. All of it comes together, right? It really was about a sequence of shots. Watch. Okay, start with that. There's me. There's the hoop. I'm looking at it. It's a long shot of the location. I cut to my face because I am inspired. I'm going to do this. Okay, take off. There's the run. I cut to a shot of the feet leaping, and I cut to me jumping off a table, and it looks like a dunk. Okay, that's how you do it. That's a match on action. It took 4 shots to get there. And the last one is, hear me, half court. This is a tremendously hard shot. Throwing the ball like a baseball. I throw it. I match the action with the ball, and there it goes in. So that's how you do it. You make things seem different. That's a match, an action. All right, those are all 3 of our examples. Okay, now how this plays out is that, like, again, I'm going to go back to the giver. Remember when Jonas was getting selected in the movie? Here he is. Well, they have to cut away to his family going like, what's going on? So it's not just about him. It's about the people watching him. So we need a cutaway to the other stuff. Okay. Then we have the match on action. This even like small little movements. So right here, we got Jonas is about to get some memories. And they do it a little different in the movie. But there's the giver. And there they are. The next shot is a match on action of him rolling up his sleeves because it's a really important moment. We see that his hands carry the memories. So this is a match in action. There he is undoing his the buttons on his wrist, and there's a close up of that because it's a kind of important shot. And lastly, this is a really this moment happens in the movie, not in the book. He's gonna like take this motorcycle, not a bike, and he's going to run it off a ledge into elsewhere. And it really is just a sequence of shots. If we just tried to film one shot of the motorcycle, we couldn't do a lot of things and it wouldn't feel very suspenseful. But instead, we have a side view, we have a front view, we have a long view, then we get behind him as he's about to take off. All these shots work together. One action cut into many different shots. And in fact, let me show you this is a fun little video. Watch this. This is cool. Okay, here we go. So this is the path this person's going to take. They come in, they enter, they take a left. Come on, there you go. Take a left. They stop, get a book, look at it. That's very cool. They come back. They grab a book right here. They exit, they take a right, and they trip. So literally, there's about 21 shots, and this is that's the only path that person went. But it's a kind of a very fast moving video. It moves well. It's edited well because there's all this motion is broken up into different little components. You show a close-up, you show a side view, you show a different angle, you show the light blinking. All of that is about one action of going in, checking out a book, going back out, and trying to steal another one. And there's like 21 shots right there. That's excellent editing. And just to show you again, remember me dunking? I storyboarded it, which goes really well with your storyboarding lesson. And that is really the whole point of this, is storyboard the shots out so you know what you need. All right, so we're going to do that next. That was me smiling and sort of looking up at the hoop. I take a side view of me running, and actually there's a shot that's not here of my feet, right? So technically I'm missing some storyboard, but I get a close-up of the dunk and then it shows me jumping up and down. This would do the same thing. All right, there you go. That is editing, and you're going to be using that to make more interesting storytelling with a camera.